Well, guys, let's get into some meat and potatoes here. I had a full month of Disney Plus. I didn't use it for 15 days to show solidarity with Gina Carano. I didn't like what they did to her, but had some people say, hey, I want to hear your thoughts on Soul. So I indulged that. This is my review of Soul from just last year. This is a Disney Pixar film that starts with just 2 damn production logos. We got the Disney logo, adorably played with like high school music troupe caliber Disney theme. That fanfare coming in with out-of-tune instruments is adorable. Then we have the Pixar lamp. What is it, Sunlight Jr.? Adorable yet. I hadn't seen a Pixar movie in a while, and boy are they moving fast with that uncanny valley. I feel like what they're doing now is they realize they can make in 4K with HDR, almost photoreal environments. They know they can do this. And then they have to choose, how are we going to make the characters of this world fanciful and less lifelike? Okay, the bread they eat can be spot on uncanny valley, but everybody's got to be a bit goofy, big-eyed, odd proportions. Okay, that's totally understandable. There are some giant dogs over there, and I'm gonna go this way. So we start with Joe Gardner, voiced by Jamie Foxx. I don't really care for having celebrity voices in all my animated projects. No namers, you would have watched this anyways because it's Disney Pixar, because it's on Disney Plus. I don't even think you had to get the Premier Access chicanery, right? And what happens to him? Well, he's a music teacher. He got offered full-time position, but he really wants to do jazz. He wants to play piano in jazz clubs. Gets a good break, but is so excited, he accidentally kills himself, maybe, by walking over a manhole cover that was off. And next thing he knows, he's a soul, a green orb. Now, out in the real world, you have jazz music. You have something more synth and new age out in the soul plane, and this interpretation of where souls come from before they're born. When your soul dies, it goes to the great beyond. You have teachers, mostly voiced by voices you may not recognize, but there's a sort of lost soul that never really got a chance to get in a body. Number 22, voiced by Tina Fey, who is fun and energetic, and you may not recognize her voice right off the bat. I have to wonder if this is a kid's movie, and that in no way is a knock against it. You make something bright with the colors, you have some fun things happen sporadically, but you're dealing with heavier themes, and most of the comedy is more adult reference. So Joe wants to get back in his body. He finds a way to do this with people who drug trip, though they don't really want to mention that in the movie. Kind of guide him back into his soul, but 22 falls in also. She gets in his body, and he's in a cat. Hijinks ensue. This takes a while. Would the little ones be interested in this movie still? Possibly not, and I frankly don't even care. I thought there was an exceeding level of charm to this and nuance, and it was captivating, and it brought a fresh and different kind of story than one expected, and even had some surprises. Okay, it's Disney, you expect everything to work out. Spoilers. Joe seems to cheat the system, and then he gets into a trance while he's playing piano, and he's able to communicate with the soul people and talk to 22, get 22 her pass so that she can move on. But then they say, hey, we caught him, because there is a guy that's sent to go find Joe. And I don't think that really makes a lot of sense, because Joe wasn't dead. His body was revived. He should have been fine and in the clear, right? I mean, isn't that the way it works? So what if they found him? He wasn't dead after all. He was unconscious. He was in a coma. Yeah, I'm not totally sure about the logic there, but honestly, I don't think it really bothered me that much. It was just an enjoyable movie. And Joe ultimately, for saving 22's soul in a sense, and giving 22 a purpose, is rewarded with a second chance. a second lease on life, which I think he already had. They didn't take him out, he was just visiting because he's in the trance from playing the piano, as was established earlier. But maybe he doesn't want to be in jazz. Maybe he's going to go back and be a teacher. I kind of like how they left that open. It didn't need to be filled in. It's an adult way to write this. Probably going to win an Oscar for Best Animated Feature for the year. I give Soul 3.5 out of 4 stars.